notes and the posted videos and all that, but it's always fun to kind of
My patron hates me. She's about to ask me if I was pooping.
Oh dear.
And I think I'm Ragris, and then Alton is... What was your dwarf's name?
I don't remember. What was that?
Crumrig and Ragris.
Crumrig.
Yep, the other two clerics of Moradin.
The last Ward brothers. And there's Vera talking to.
Yeah, they went and found Edbera and offered her the crown, and she was surprised at that and decided and was agreed to let them come in and
My patron
pretend
hates
to
me.
be, well, maybe not pretend, but become part of the priesthood of Moradin as acolytes to try to use that to sneak into the the city. And Absynthos's patron isn't thrilled about that. Then the rest of us are underground. Nearly got killed by some hook horrors and an umber hulk. A strange moss-covered looking dwarf came and helped us by nearly killing Zidane. Because, you know, snakes to be alive. Snakes are bad.
Thanks.
And
Morani resents that.
Then he invited us into his stone place, and we followed him. Sort of invited. More just told us to come in before more monsters show up.
After a natural 20 persuasion check, that we come in peace.
He's almost in pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much some of it was kind of a more combat heavy session last time, at least for one particular group. For the other was, you know, Sunday school. Not sure what was worse, but okay. So which side do we want to start off on? Any preference?
Say the boys.
Okay. Yeah, we did so much combat with the other two, or the other group.
Let's go dwarf.
All right, they're looking very dwarby. So, I mean, not a whole lot of time has passed in that span of their combat and that going on. That pretty much spanned the entirety of you starting off your clerical duties. But what do you guys plan to do for, like, I guess, like, the night, essentially? Because they will be teaching you throughout the entirety of the day. And I mean, the longer you... How do I want to say this? The longer you stick around and, like, try and learn from them, the more, believable and passable your skies will likely be, because you'll know more to it. However much you think you need to know to get in. However, that will just cost you more time and expenditure of your abilities. Unless there's anything else you want to do.
I mean, I rolled really well on my learn.
That you did.
Check.
Yeah, I'm just...
So, well, I'm asking Tread, like, do you want to see if you can learn a little more before we go?
It's worth a shot, at least. I mean, I can keep asking many faces, as an at-will thing, so it's not resource expending.
Okay. So we'll stay Or we'll try and
Be more devoted. Wait.
learn a little more in Sunday school.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do or ask or, do or ask while you're in these sessions? Or do you plan just to kind of, I'm not trying to like end your guys's, part here real quick, but if that's what your plan is to continue learning from this group, I mean, I'll let you literally just sit there and do what you need to do and then figure out how the other group is going to meet up with you eventually, but slight downside of a split party.
So I'll be. Yeah, I guess I can't think much aside from learn more in Sunday school. I mean, there's not much for absent us to do. Trying to hold his tongue.
Okay. Do you guys have any plans as to when you wanted to try? What would be, so I guess tell me, figure out who to jump to. What is your plan as far as moving out? Is your plan to stay in the city until you get word from your companions, or is your plan to spend a day or two learning from the clerics and then immediately just set out on your own in the tunnels? Or is some other plan? Is there a third option, fourth option?
So I thought we were in the outer city.
You are.
And
You're still in that port city. But I know, at least from what I recall, your plan was to impersonate the two brothers to try and traverse the tunnels to get to the inner city, to the main city of Dunmorok.
Right.
And I was trying to figure out if your plan was, spend a day or two learning and then you're just going to set out on your own, like you two, or if you were going to wait for word from your companions who last you saw went diving comically into the water to go try and find a tunnel. Like I said, not a lot of time has passed officially because you guys are still like, this is the day, I guess, 1 of your training with the clerics, and their encounter in the water and encounter with the dwarf down there is what's going to be happening while you're learning. So I didn't know if your plan was learn, immediately leave, or learn, go back to the Rock.
I thought we were going to go into the city.
Yeah, I thought we were all going to go in with the other clerics and waltz on in.
Well, what do you mean? The other clerics aren't planning to go to the main city at the moment.
I was going to go regardless.
Okay, and that's what I meant. Like, if you're going to go regardless, was your plan to go, like, is your plan to leave that same day after you learn, or are you planning to give it another day and then leave regardless if you hear back from your companions?
I think Shred and I were agreed that he needs a little more time to learn. I don't know how long that would be, but to do like one more roll and then we would go in.
To me, it sounds like we should finish up today, wait until like nightfall, do that rest, and then
or like morning or something.
Yeah, the next morning.
Yeah.
Walk on it.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to figure out. Is if you guys, your plan basically, okay, so you're gonna learn and you two are gonna trek out regardless of hearing back from your companions. You plan to leave in the morning unless something drastically changes.
Yeah, I mean, do you have sending?
I do not.
What do I have?
I got fly.
That's gonna be useful. But no negatives on fly. Let's see what I've got here. Spellbook. I have not that. No. No, I don't have any.
Slight wrinkle in the plan would be, what about Thunderhand looking for Evian? He has to do something before the end of the day.
What?
Remember when Chad Thunderhand, or whatever his name was?
Yeah.
I gotta find Evian if I don't have to report back that she's missing.
Chad Thunderhand.
If his name wasn't Chad before, it is now.
I think it was like starts with a B.
Did he really say that he had to like report her?
I think
I
he
don't
was just
remember that
looking
part.
out for her.
Yeah, I think he was just like desperately trying to find her, but I don't think he was gonna blow up her spot.
Yeah, to help reclaim. He didn't say he was going to report her. He said he has to report back to his station.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has to go.
Never
He
mind.
wants to look, but he can't, be out all night looking. He has to report back to his post.
Okay.
That's why he's asking people to look for him.
Unless I can use my ring to contact someone other than Whisper, I don't think we have any way of contacting the other party members.
We got that void magic. We could roll the dice.
You do.
I can roll the dice.
I step away cautiously and also look at the other clerics in the room and go, you don't want to let this happen.
This is what happens when you don't, study hard enough in Sunday school and you mispronounce the prayers and say them backwards in a demonic tone.
Also, the burning in your head intensifies by 1,000-fold if you try and draw upon the void. Something like
you go
that.
to Sunday school and accidentally learn Aramaic. All right, yeah, I think that's the plan. It's just wait until the next day.
Okay.
And then walk in regardless.
That's perfectly fine. So go ahead and give me just go ahead and give me religion checks on both of you guys with advantage. Since you guys are spending extra time to kind of... Oof.
Ooh, I have terrible religion.
Yeah.
He is an atheist at some level.
Okay. And then go ahead and give me performance checks. Alton, you get advantage. Absinthe, you do not get advantage on it.
You've not pretended to be someone else with actor.
Yes, mostly because I'm going based off of what you're pretending to do.
Gotcha. Well, that's a 10.
25.
Okay. So basically what I'm using that for is you both... So Alton is able to... he's very effortlessly, mimicking everything. You're having a harder time... you feel like you're impeded trying to say these prayers.
I like to think I'm Boomhauer and just mumbling it through.
Yeah, you're mumbling it through.
Boomhauer? Nice!
If you've been to church and done, worship singing, you know exactly what this is about. You don't know the lyrics to the song.
You're Saul mumbling the prayers. I love it.
All right.
The words are...
So yeah, Alton is passing it off. Absinthe, you're boomhowering it, but both of you have trouble, or maybe not even caring about the real, the theology behind it. It's kind of you don't either really get it or don't care to really learn it. This point it's mostly just like I said, for Absinthe, it's even less so. It's a bit of a struggle to kind of get the words out of your mouth without it being a mumble. But the two dwarven brother clerics, they do encourage you, saying, the idea that it's in the heart. Maybe not the words, but it's in the heart of what you say. Granted, they don't understand a word you're saying. Okay, we will have to hop back and forth a little bit.
Reading the Bible, even though you can't read, it's not the counts.
So does Edvera give us a place to sleep or something? Or are we going back to the hidey hole?
You would need to go back to the inn. The shrine has a few very, bare cots. They'll pull out threadbare cots that they sleep on.
Spartan. Yeah.
They're not exactly a rich, parish kind of deal.
Neither was the inn. We were kind of sleeping in a hole.
Up to you. If you'd like to try and convince them to, sleep with them if you'd like, just be wary of your spells. Otherwise, you can always return to the Rockin' Inn to retire there as well.
What do you think, Void Boy?
Void Boy, I'm pretty much good to go as far as resources. I've not really expended any, so I don't think there's going to be a need to expend them if we sleep somewhere else.
Okay. Do we get bonus points if we stay at the the Chantry?
I will say you will likely need to roll a Constitution if you sleep on there, since you'll be sleeping on just literal stone floor.
Wow, we would take a point of exhaustion. Okay, the end it is.
Well, you would
is.
roll Constitution to see if you would, but yeah, you'd be sleeping on literal just stone floor, so it's not exactly a comfortable place to sleep.
The end it is.
Yep, the end it is.
Fucking sleeping on stone floor. Nope. I mean, I have a bit. We have like bedrolls and stuff, but yeah. Okay, we go back and give the special knock to. I wrote this guy's name down. I can't remember what the bartender's name was.
Ivy
It's
Beralto.
Thank you. Give the special nod to Ivy. Use that room again there. Okay?
I'm going to assume you're dropping your disguise because he has not seen you as dwarves. If you go in as dwarves, he will have no idea who you are, and you give him a special nod, and he just
Also,
stares at
we're
you.
like dressed as clerics. I'm kind of tempted to just walk in like that. See what he does.
I am following Alton's lead in all this, so.
All right. Yeah, as you walk in and just kind of give him that curt nod, he just stares at you really suspiciously. And as you're trying to make your way to the secret little park, he just steps in front of you, cup in hand, and just, what can I do for you, brothers?
I have information that you are harboring some fugitives.
It
Telepathic
isn't.
speech to Alton, asking, "Is this really how we're going to play it?"
I'm checking his security.
That doesn't fall in the hands of the flock of Morden, now does it? Now, if you have
So you're
ample proof of the
admitting. So
guards
you're
to bring
admitting
it,
to it.
oh, that's not what I said at all.
Well, you didn't deny it.
I'm gonna ask once again. This is not your place, brother. Morden has no place in my town.
Moradin has a place in every hearth and home.
While I appreciate the soliciting, I will ask you to leave my tavern.
Well, this is no solicitation. I have information that you're harboring.
And pray tell, did Morden say this?
My sources are my own. Do you deny these charges?
Of course, you come to me with no evidence and just accuse me. That of the faith not allowed in my tavern. So leave before I call the city guard.
Who said I had no evidence?
I will say this again. Leave, or I will call the guard.
On a pair of clerics? Are you mad?
He just casually walks around the bar and starts heading out the door.
Interesting. Do we know how he activated the secret door?
You...
I feel like he did something behind the bar, but we probably didn't see it.
As I was say, it was a while ago, and I don't recall you actually having paid attention to him doing it, apart from him, actively doing it once.
Mm-hmm. I turned to Absinthos, who obviously is now Ragris, say, are we still telepathically linked?
Yes.
I'm going to test this disguise of mine, if you don't mind. I certainly don't want to have both of us end up in the stockade, so if you're not feeling comfortable with testing your impersonation, you should probably bail.
I'll just nod and start trying to find a way out of the old tavern.
Okay. I mean, you can walk past Ivy, and he kind of just grunts as you leave and looks over the shoulder at Alton as the other dwarf still.
Crumrig.
Yeah. And he just walks out the front door.
So
And
my disguise is not of the brother, my physical appearance is of a cleric, but the face is of that guard that I impersonated, just so you know. Okay.
That's fine. You hear Ivy call out. You hear him just call out a name out to the docks, and you hear a grunt of sorts. And you hear sound of armor, like metal grating on metal, as two guards appear at the door. Kind of brushing past you, Absinthoss, and they kind of march in. Yeah, he's the one. And they roll their eyes and they kind of walk to you, each one to each your side, and kind of loop their arm, like kind of gently initially under your arm. All right, brother, let's go. You're not welcome here.
What have I done wrong?
You must be new to the faith. Around these parts, Ivy don't much do for faith. And it is right as proprietor to refuse service.
Okay.
So you can either go quietly, or we can toss you out. I'd hate to do that, but
I don't wish to get into a confrontation. I just wonder why a cleric can't reside in the establishment here.
They kind of stare at you a little bit more confused. Where are you from, brother?
From here. Same as you.
You're gonna have to come with us.
I don't think I have a choice, do I?
So they will grab you by your arms rather roughly this time and start forcefully walking you out the door.
Okay. I don't resist.
Okay. They walk you out. Absinthoss, are you just kind of casually standing outside, or where are you at?
Somewhere out near like a alleyway that's kind of nearby, just brooding.
Okay.
As you
hear kind of again the metal on metal as the guards come through the door, like more or less just forcefully pushing or carrying Alden as a dwarf. And they don't stop at the door. They take him and keep proceeding up north through the city towards the guardhouse.
So as they, carry me past the threshold and still don't stop, I would say, I'm being taken somewhere else now?
One of them just looks at you and gives you a bit of a scowl and goes, "You're either a liar or you haven't been properly introduced to your role in this port. Either way, that'll get fixed real quick."
Well, what role would that be, other than to serve our god?
See, there's the problem. That's the first thing you should know before you even know to serve your god. The law comes first.
God.
Oh, the law comes first?
Well, that's an interesting take. All right, I will come willingly.
All right. They will continue to guide you along the streets up to the guard post. Absent thoughts, are you doing anything? What's your plan here?
Hmm.
Is the
So the
guard
bit-
post closer to the place where we would go in to try and get into the main city?
Yes, it is actually blocking it is a gateway, a guardhouse to the tunnels.
Interesting. Okay.
So my thought process is, could I change my disguise to a nameless dwarf to say, and try and shadow our friend Alton? Hide in a corner, just change the disguise to something a little more bland, not Ragris, but perhaps another.
Yeah, you probably
Keep
come
my
in.
distance.
There's been plenty of dwarves you've seen. Perhaps you can kind of just blend the images. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check then to see how well you kind of.
I am not rolling well tonight.
Yeah.
What's your bonus? Oh,
0.
Yeah. As you
No,
kind
this
of
is
try and
2.
follow behind them, moving through the city, you stumble just upon a bunch of discarded boxes and stuff, or not boxes, crates and such brought in from the sea. And one of the guards holding Alton immediately turn. The other one still got tight grip on you. Immediately turn, uh, hand on his axe, like his hilted axe on the back, and goes, "Hey, you! What are you doing?"
I'm just gonna start mumbling and going away because I don't speak Dwarvish.
Yeah. He just kind of watches you mumble and leave, and you see him just lower his hand and very confusedly scratch at his beard.
So, do you think there would be any opportunity for me to break the grips of these guys while they're slightly distracted, I suppose?
I mean, you tell me, how would you want to try it? One is distracted, but the other is still tightly grabbing your arm.
Well, I would like to break free. I don't know what you want me to describe.
Well, when I say describe, are you going to try and slip away? Are you going to try to break it by, being stronger? So if you just play kind of strength check, are you going to use a spell? Is there some sort of action you're going to take to try and break free versus just, are you wrenching your arm away? Are you poking him in the eye, stepping on his foot, screaming?
No,
I don't know.
yeah, I'd like to do are both of them still grabbing me?
At the immediate moment, one is tightly grabbing you, the other is scratching his beard, at
Okay.
Absinthoss's.
So if it's just the one,
appearance.
I'd like to do take my arm and I can't remember what the move is called, but you put your arm up in the air and then you wrap their arm to try and break their grip. So it's like a I don't know. It's like a taekwondo move. It's like if they have your upper arm, you can basically do a windmill with your own arm, and no one can hang onto your arm like that. They'd have to do a flip to keep hanging onto my arm.
Go ahead and make me a athletics or acrobatics, I guess, would be that fit. Whatever's your higher.
Okay.
Best I can think of for that kind of maneuver.
Yeah.
Roll a strength check. Disadvantage. Jeez. There's disadvantage, I guess. Yeah, you beat it by 1.
Oh wow, close. Okay,
Just kind of
then.
barely you break free of his grasp. And he startled. You've got an action. What are you gonna do in the moment where he's kind of startled?
I'm gonna try and make it to the nearest. I'm trying to break eye contact. I'm trying to get out of sight as quickly as possible. So I'll dash to the closest like corner or alley or whatever I have to.
Okay. I'll say that you can use your action to dash. You're just fully booking it down a street, turning corners as you can, trying to disappear down this alley. As you do so, you manage to get about 50 or so feet of you running and dashing before you hear him shout, "Get him!" And you hear him running down the street trying to follow behind you, the other one lagging a bit more behind. You currently are out of their line of sight.
Okay, I'll drop the disguise and try to blend
into the alleyway?
Into whatever's around me. I mean, I would hope if there's an alley, I would hope there's like trash and stuff. So I just like throw myself down in it and be like a drunk or something.
Roll me a stealth or performance, depending on what you're trying to do here. Are you trying to stay out of sight, or are you trying to just completely play the role of a drunkard here? Because they are actively looking for people, and you are the only person in the alley.
Really? Oh, well, okay. Yeah,
you are
I'll
very
play
close to the
drunk.
guardhouse. There's not a lot of dwarves that tend to just hang out near the guardhouse, or
I'll
people.
play a drunk like yeah. That's a good way of playing it off. Then I'm playing this drunk that was too stupid to stay away from the guard post, and he's like collapsed or whatever.
All right, go ahead and roll me a performance.
How is that worse than my fucking acrobatics check with a +8? Oh my god, it's so bad. Well, I'm trying to be drunk.
The first dwarf rounds the corner, looking frantically around, and sees you kind of partially staggering, kind of swaying a little bit, but he runs over to you and immediately just kind of grabs you by the shirt and pulls you down. "You human! You see another dwarf run by."
Oh my god. I'll make like I'm gonna throw up.
He immediately just throws you hard, like backwards, like throwing you on your ass.
Yeah.
Ah, disgusting.
I'll fall down. Oh, praise unto you.
Get a grip, and he just kind of
start crawling away. Oh, thank you, brother. Oh.
Now, have you seen another dwarf run by here?
I haven't seen anything today. Oh.
All right.
My eyes are not the most reliable right now. Or my ears. Or my legs, and he tries to get up and falls down again.
He just rolls his eyes, and as his companion guard shows up, he makes a motion for the other guard to just keep searching down another alley. He goes, "What's your name, human?"
Oh, Steve.
Roll me a deception.
It can't be worse than no, I'm not going to say it.
It could totally be worse. It's not bad.
Oh, all right, Steve. You see him? Let the guards know. He's about my height. And he kind of describes the features of the guard dwarf you were kind of in very vaguely. There'll be a handsome reward in it for you. Maybe.
While he's doing this, I would like to study his features for later use as a disguise.
Okay. Sure.
So cross-eyed as much as he can, he's nodding along and swaying and being very drunk.
And are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go pass out Or do whatever you disgusting humans do. And he
Well,
kind of
go
just
back.
brushes past you and heads down the alley looking for the runaway dwarf.
That one better than expected.
I will head back to the water, hopefully passing Absinthos on the way.
Presumably, I'll find him because that's how fate works, right? We're clerics, after all.
I mean,
this is 5e.
I imagine Absinthos. I imagine you went back to the tavern, or at least stayed semi close by after your
Yes.
you
Try
know,
to keep some in your
some
house.
semblance
Yeah.
of being able to meet up in case something went wrong, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But no, you meet up on the route back.
Yeah, I'll still
especially
keep
when
up
Alden's-
the other dwarf disguise and do telepathic speech with them, saying, "Seriously, that's a move I would have pulled."
I mean, let's get some sleep. This is not the best idea.
Well, at least you tried.
the
Let's hope our other
good
compatriots.
good news is Ivy is quite stalwart. He was not perturbed at all by the accusation, so I'm fairly sure he's not going to rat us out.
He has a few guards in his pocket. He also has a very stern distrust for any of the clerics, as you've noticed.
You don't have to tell me any of that. That's behind the screen. No.
Oh well.
We could have figured that out one way or another.
I mean,
Anyway,
maybe.
so you guys are going back to the tavern?
Yeah, I would.
Are you keeping your guys on?
No.
No,
Probably,
I'm talking to the other one who said he's keeping.
probably right outside the tavern. I probably would have dropped the disguise. That way he doesn't notice that I'm disguised myself as a dwarf.
I mean, I would have told you too. Like, let's not go back in there as this.
Yeah.
We shall never speak of this again.
Okay.
Lips are sealed.
When you enter as yourselves, he just gives you a nod of recognition and pulls on the lever under the bar, the small lever under the bar too. Granted, you don't actually see it. You see him reaching.
I was gonna
underneath the
say,
bar.
can I like maybe sleight of hand or? Oh no, this isn't sleight of hand. This is perception to see if I can see exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, give me a perception roll. I don't know if you'll see exactly what he's doing, but you may get a general idea of what he's doing.
Okay.
You see him reaching under the like he makes a very slight motion with his arm underneath the
So maybe I know kind of where something is. But
you may not know exactly what he how he did it or what it looks like, but you know he had something in the bar in front of him, and all of a sudden the latch behind him opens and drops down to the cellar below.
Okay, nap time.
Jesus,
Unless
I have to go through an interrogation with you guys.
No, I won't let it get that far unless I roll really bad. And go ahead.
I mean, it's possible if Absinthos hadn't distracted them. I mean, they wouldn't have rolled a disadvantage, and they would have been holding you much tighter. So,
Well, that's what spells are for.
all right. So we'll hop over to the other 5 that have been through a bit of a fight. So you guys had just fought, as you said, the 2 hook horrors and the Umber Hulk down in the tunnels, and were brought into this large stone structure beneath Dunmore, or well, beneath the port city off to the side there. And as I mentioned before, he lit up the area. A bunch of stones seem to be embedded in the walls around, glowing. Go ahead, and as you're entering, just go ahead and roll me perception checks. Kind of get an idea of what you guys all see as well.
Oh, guidance mine.
For what? Oh, your guides are okay.
Yeah, sorry.
While they were talking to the dwarf, Thamor went back and took the hook from the one that hooked him.
Chopped it right off.
That will take some
Chopped the head
time.
off.
That will take some time.
Oh, damn.
That's what I said when they were talking.
Oh, while they were wait, so you were so he's holding you at like an essential standoff with his wand, like his staff, and you just went back to just say fuck it and go cut the hook horror's arm off.
Yeah.
Hack.
All right.
So we said that Shinari was still in the water, right?
Yes.
I go back to the water, just Shinari just floating there.
Plop, plop, plop.
Yeah, Shinari was in the water. I mean, yeah, I guess Thamor, if that's all you're doing, I guess you didn't really say anything during the conversation, so I guess, yeah, you kind of hack away at the joint and cut off one of the large pinchers or hooks that this thing had. It is fairly heavy.
Is now mine. He's getting tied to his back and walk back to the group.
Jeez Louise. Wait, how heavy would it be? Okay, let me look up.
I mean, they're
Things
large
I never
creatures.
thought. They are around 400 pounds.
Oh my.
Most monsters are massive. Like, they are just beastly things.
And it has a 12-inch razor sharp metallic hook. So
metallic?
Wow.
it is a foot-long, massive appendage. So probably like upwards of 40-ish pounds, I imagine.
It should be fine. I'm only carrying 2 halberds.
Oh,
And he's a god. We're good.
He's not wearing his plate armor. He's unburdened right now.
He doesn't need it. He's a god.
yeah, all right. So you have a 40-pound hook horror hook strapped to your back. It's still a little moist from where it, impaled you at one point, if that's the one you went for.
I did, yes.
Okay. But as you guys enter the house,
Oh, I guess we should probably move up.
So the house structure you couldn't really see a whole lot from the outside other than just general shape, but the inside is a little odd. It seems to be a patchwork of wooden structures, like old, decrepit wooden structures held up by smooth, almost shaped walls of stone, seem to intermingle amongst the different rooms. All around are these crystals that are embedded in different parts of the wall that light up the room softly. There is also, at any points where there is stone, there is also traces of just moss and other just kind of cave growth appearing on it. Scattered about the rooms as well, you see like a simple table made of stone, seemingly raised directly from the floor. You see no separation from the floor and the table, with only a single chair. You also see a bunch of dusty parchments, what may be books of some form scattered about the room. But apart from that, it seems fairly empty. A few tapestries seem to line the walls around you as well, though faded and worn. Torn a bit in most places. So Morani and Andros, you guys also notice, kind of glinting off to the corner as you enter further off to the corner of that main room, a stone basin seems to have been, again, like the table, almost pulled out of the floor, sitting quietly in a corner. And at first glance, no one really even notices, but you guys, out of the corner of your eyes, just kind of looking about the room, see it seem to glisten and glow every now and then.
Before, go ahead. Sorry.
And the last thing I want to add is Thamor. Something seems familiar about this place to you.
Familiar?
The tapestries on the wall, though torn and ragged, bear a crest that you are very familiar with.
Oh. Okay.
I want to do a I'm going to cast detect magic. Just see what there is to see in here, if anything.
As you're muttering the incantation of the spell, the dwarf, did I give you his name? I don't know if I gave you his name. I don't think I did.
We have not got his name.
No. The dwarf turns immediately upon hearing you cast a spell and holds out his staff in front of him. What are you doing?
Easy friend. Rani?
I immediately just I stop and
It's all right.
I just hold up my hands, just kind of in a submissive gesture. I meant no harm. I apologize.
No.
She's just curious about your lodgings here. Seems cozy. How long you been down here, friend?
You see him wave his hand over one of the far wall, like further down across, and more stone crystals light up, and you see hundreds upon hundreds of tally marks scratched into the wall. I've lost count.
I mean, that's a pretty good counting, at least.
It's
Sorry.
not the first time I filled that wall.
What's your name, friend?
He kind of glowers at you when you call him friend. And before he answers, he turns back to the table, and you see him mutter a few words and stretch out his hand, and you see several chairs forming out of the stone around the table, and the table even growing larger to accommodate the more people. Sit.
Who would we to turn down such hospitality?
Thamore's gonna turn down such hospitality.
Oh, Jesus.
And also slap him on the ass as he goes by and just be like, "Would you please sit down?"
This can only end well.
So,
I'm just moving my character inside the building.
let me help. So the table would be stretched out there with chairs surrounding it on each side.
And do we walk past the stone basin that was pulled out of the ground?
No, the stone basin is kind of secluded in the corner of the back room here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he goes up to.
Mm.
He just summons, random lines everywhere. No, but he takes a seat at the table, kind of brushes off the table as if trying to, clean off a little bit of dust in front of him, and he just eyes each of you, waiting for you to sit.
Andrew also take the seat to his left, as close to him as the chair closest to him.
I'm gonna sit in the middle-ish right there. And Shinari, if she's able to, I think she'd come just inside the portal of the door or the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Just enough that
One moment.
the hermit is comfortable.
I guess Evian. No, Evian moved their token as well. Okay, and everyone's kind of sitting around. So yes, Seymour, are you actually just standing at the end of the table, or are you taking a seat?
I think he stepped away for a quick second.
Oh.
I would assume he's standing, because that's what he said he was doing, so.
Yeah, refusing hospitality.
The dwarf will just kind of glare up at him a bit and just roll his eyes.
Sorry, he's got a stiff back. Standing's usually better for him.
Yes. No matter. The name's Redrak Earthbelt. No. Who are all you?
We are We're a ship's crew. I'm the captain. My name, as I said, was Andros. And this are my crew. Crew, please introduce yourself to our kindly host.
My name
And I'll
is
go at once.
Dan Yazkash. I am a warden trained by Father Riel.
Name is Evian Edrzeski. A lone hunter who joined this ferry crew.
My name's Marani, and again, I'm very sorry for startling you.
And the tall one's Thamor.
I am Thamor the Great, lawbringer of the Kingdom Lysaria.
Oh God!
Say that. Keep eye on the dwarf's face, see if he has any reaction to the name Lysaria.
He doesn't. In fact, he doesn't seem to have a reaction to anyone's title whatsoever. He just kind of listens in turn. You get the feeling that he's almost just doing it out of like protocol, like habit. He doesn't seem to care.
My name's Steve. Motherfuckers.
Oh, Steve. Here's the one I've been waiting for. No,
Anyway, we're somewhat of an adventuring party, and came to do a little adventuring here at Dunmorok, out of sight of maybe the guard.
he came to the wrong place, Captain.
I disagree. We made it to exactly where we wanted to go.
Really?
I've been told there's a problem in the city of Dunmorok. Some sort of curse, yes?
Call it what you will.
What would you call it?
A mistake. A foolhardy. Idiotic. Mistake. And he says this with just like through gritted teeth.
So it seems like you're also not a fan of the current hierarchy, as it say.
Don't you speak ill of him.
Oh, sorry.
Know nothing of this. Outsiders. Pretending they want to help. Knowing nothing.
So why don't you inform us then?
Why should I?
You said something before about us being part of the circle.
Aye. Your last there. Moroni, was it?
Yes,
Aye, you're a druid.
I am.
That circle, boy. I have very... I don't really care for all of you. But I do honor a druid when I see one.
Might I ask why?
Really that daft? The order you're from must be very... whatever. I am... what you would say, from the Order of Stone. I serve the Earthen Lord.
Earthen Lord.
Aye.
I know of the Queen of the Waves. I know of the.
Ugh.
Yes, I know. You've got some of her running around over there. I don't know if you want to deal with it, but
I
that's
piss
totally
in that
up to-
water.
Would this happen to be? Oh, yeah. I'm just curious who this lord might actually be. Is it a? Certainly, there's other gods around. Is it a god or something different?
Foolish, foolish, foolish. Why does thine lips not praise? Does thou not knowest, Grumbar, Lord of the earth?
First I've heard of him.
Oh no.
No offense, obviously. I've lived my life on the sea. I don't. Even when we'd come visit Dunmorrock, only the captain would be allowed over into the city.
Is there possibly a check for that? History or religion?
Um,
Or is it too obscure?
it's not necessarily obscure, but the knowledge. I'm trying to think of any reason any of you would have knowledge to know, or even reason to have learned it. You can roll me.
Well, for Zidane, I imagine that might be something that was covered. It would probably be something very difficult if no one is recalling it right now. But well, Riel possibly taught. I imagine to be very high DC though.
Yeah, you can try to give me a wisdom save. Marani, you could possibly give me a wisdom save on, or not wisdom save, history.
Everybody make a wisdom saving throw. Ah!
Oh God! Oh no!
It's a magic word.
Why?
You can
I
give me
actually would have preferred
history.
that. I have advantage. Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't think Andros, unless it's just like a really obscure knowledge he picks up, would have reason to know.
We'd have heard something from one of his crewmates at some point, but
Yeah, go ahead.
nothing that
You know
we
what?
would have
Go ahead
ever
and
met.
go ahead and roll me. If you guys want to try, go ahead and roll me history and see if any of you guys have had a reason or some way to have picked up any knowledge of who Grumbar is.
No.
I'll take guidance with mine. That might not do me any good whatsoever.
History.
So 10 total.
History.
Andros
Nope.
doesn't know. Like he said,
We all
he might have heard the name at one point, but it never stuck. So.
I mean, you could
Say more.
roll for it anyway if you want to.
I'm good.
All right. Evian, you want to? Or no, Evian, need to roll. Is anyone else who I missed? No. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the name does not ring any bells to anyone there.
Sorry, friend. I've not heard of Grumbar, but I'm always willing to try and prove ourselves. We are capable, and all we do wish to help is to help, and I'd love to prove that to you somehow.
What can a babe of the sea help in this matter?
Well, no, maybe I offer perspective.
Ugh.
Well, tell me, friend, if we can't help, what are you doing down here? What might we help you with then? Are you trapped? Or we can probably get you back up top if you'd like.
You see him visibly grow, like, angry at this. Like, his eyes furrow, and you see his eyes light up almost a bright, like, reddish yellow hue.
Wrong suggestion. Right, I got it.
I am down here at my lord's orders. I serve him faithfully.
No one said you didn't, friend.
What I believe my blue friend here is trying to get across is, listen, I know that we've kind of invaded your territory here, and I have to imagine that you haven't had very pleasant interactions with strangers. I know that you can't really take words at face value here, and we can tell you all we want to that we're trustworthy, but I don't really expect you to take us at our word, and I can't fault you for that. But we are here to help, and if there's anything that we can do to prove to you that we are here to serve, then I believe that that's something that we would be willing to do to ease any distrust that you may have.
And what do you think you can possibly do to help? What do you know of this place, of this disaster that is happening?
I must admit, I know precious little. But
and you want to help.
We have seen what is happening here. And we don't know the circumstances behind it, but we have seen how it has affected the people above. And while we admittedly don't have any personal connection to this place, we certainly know suffering when we see it. I don't think that any of us would care to allow innocents to suffer if we can help it.
And that's why you will fail.
Yeah, good vote of confidence.
You with your high idea. Oh, I come into this place to save this town, this cursed and wretched place. They are already suffering, and they will continue to suffer, as it were. But how?
They're all turning to stone. You seem to be quite capable with it.
Oh, those aren't the ones that are suffering. Those are the ones that are saved.
Really?
Zidane's gonna take a furtive glance and looking at his companions, like, what? Actually, may I roll insight?
Sure.
See if this guy either is like a true believer or like something fishy. I really wish wisdom and intelligence were not my dump stats.
You can't get a read on this guy.
I am concerned.
If I gave him a D4, would that help at all?
No, I don't think so.
He's already made the roll, so I'm not
for the
gonna
battle.
say.
Okay. Sorry, I meant to do that before you rolled too fast.
All good. I mean, guidance is one of those things where you probably should have a reason for why you're casting it. If he's doing just an insight, I don't really see how your character would just knowingly turn and go,
I'm just the party cheerleader. I want everyone to do well.
Constantly casting guidance.
You can do it.
It is also spell casting, so he would
Yeah.
definitely be seeing you cast.
That's actually a good point. Okay, never mind then.
This mistake you speak of earlier, it seems to be affecting other planes besides this one.
You had a point.
We come here to fix that problem before it can spread to other planes and harm others. Granted, I understand that you have saved the ones that you turned to stone, but any more of this, it's gonna be chaos upon everyone and everyone else besides this realm.
What are you
And you're
saving
not
them
gonna do
from?
anything.
You don't get it last, do you?
People keep saying that.
Explain.
You're here to... Problem you're trying to fix isn't my problem. It's my mission.
Oh, shit.
Oh God.
We have found a geoterrorist.
Yeah, you guys found the BEG.
It's your mission.
Back away quietly and gather reinforcements. Those guys can fucking turn you to stone.
You're the one turning, or I'm assuming those cursed to stone then, yeah? To save them.
Oh, no, that is Grumbar's doing. I am but his servant.
Right.
I think that
So-
there's
Little insight on that.
So what are you doing?
Me?
No, him.
I am in the tunnels. I
Are you a guard, a warden, to keep those trapped inside in there to prevent others from getting in?
I am a druid of the stone.
Yes,
I
you said that.
serve Grumbar,
Yes,
and
you
what
said
I
that
do
too.
serves him. That is
How do you
all
serve him?
you need to know.
Are Grunbar and Moradin on speaking terms at the moment?
Morden doesn't have power here anymore. This is
Did
no longer
Grunbar?
his territory.
Then Grunbar now owns this realm. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Still seem to not understand. So putting them in stone, Grumbar, putting them in stone, that's saving them. What is it exactly he's saving them from? Living?
A pact long made, a king long dead, to save his people. And in his stead, the Earth King rose and cased them in stone, forever safe, forever gone. Aye, but the pact be broken. But my lord stayed true. He will protect everything and everyone.
That's good shit.
And what happens if this pact is abolished? Will your lord then continue to reign? Will he recede, give the city back to its inhabitants?
You speak of things that cannot happen.
Does the city need help? Does the city need to be saved? Or are you happy with the slow decline of the great dwarven kingdom of Dunmorok? I've heard the
Are you
tales.
trying to say that I should feel bad because I look and act like a dwarf? That these are somehow my kin? I am a druid of the stone. I serve Grumbar. And his will is what I follow and find kin in. If you are against his will,
And he starts kind of slowly holding his staff up.
Whoa.
then you are not welcome in the city of Dunmork.
Zan puts his hands up.
I just stand up from the table and start backing away slowly.
There's no need.
Andros leans back and crosses his arms.
Good
Raises
grief.
an eyebrow.
Sir, there is no need to brandish your arms. We are merely foreigners attempting to understand what is going on here. I personally have not heard of this Grundar before. If anything, I want to know more because it seems as if this is just another domain of life which merits protecting, and is my duty to expand my knowledge of all that lives. Even if it is, he grits his teeth, encased in stone.
I have no need of your intervention, green one. You will come to know Grumbar when the time is right. This whole world will know of Grumbar.
Okay, screw this.
Right.
Divine sense. I need to know. Divine sense.
I need to know.
No, this is
I wanna
all sorts of
know.
paladin.
Can you show
So Zidane's
me?
standing up, he grips his symbol, and then he knocks something over in his desk. Uh-oh. No, the purple and yellow flash out. What do I see?
Mm. Ah.
He is not celestial, fiend, or undead. However, that whole factor of good and evil kind of is. It's confusing, to say the least.
Oh no.
It seems to be blotchy at best. Like, you can't get a solid read if he's good or evil. He seems to be almost riddled with both, if that makes sense with the way it.
He believes in ideas very strongly, yet is not able to articulate whether or not they're good or evil. At least as far as divine sense is concerned.
Kind of. He's not openly evil, performing evil acts or anything of that nature. He, at least from what your divine sense, he seems to be truly believing or seeming to be like he's almost as neutral as can be by the balancing of the two factors of he believes he is doing something correct.
You're neutral.
He does not
Lawful
believe
neutral.
to be. He does
Chaotic
not believe to be
stupid.
evil, but he also does not believe himself to be good.
Okay.
He's doing the will of Grumbar.
Definitely lawful neutral.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's his reaction to
Like,
Zidan's brash action?
his eyes widen, and you hear him mutter a spell as well. Go ahead and roll me.
Fuck.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Or a death
wisdom
saving
saving throw,
throw.
actually.
Oh my god.
Hey, everyone except for Thamor is within 10 feet. That's okay, unless of course I go down.
Hmm.
So wisdom saving throw. Hey, I'm okay at. Well, never mind.
I can see the
Right.
future.
Hey!
Good.
So that's a yeah.
Okay. So you
All
reach out
right.
and you feel tendrils of magic swirling up, almost shimmering like a sheet of shale wrapping around you, trying to bind you in place.
Oh shit, you almost got turned into stone.
And you shake it off, and those images of those abilities like fade off, and you see him kind of look at you with a
Wow.
look of surprise. And he kind of backs off the chair, holding his staff in front of him.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, you just cast a spell at one of my crewmates,
He
so
started it.
it's fair. Yes, he glows a little bit. That's right. I wasn't really aggressive, kind of like a torchlight over there, but
I am merely attempting to ascertain whether or not you are some fiend or misguided celestial being.
I could say the same about all of you. You go against Grumbar's will, you may as well be evil.
we've
Or
never
with
tried.
the
We've
water.
never spoken against Groombar. All we wish to do is really get into the city. We'd like to figure out what the hell is going on. We've got. We'd love to go and meet the king, talk to him, figure out what his role in is all this.
Maybe.
We've got no
Yes.
qualms with you. If you're going to gatekeep us, fine. You saw what we did
Right.
to the guys outside.
You wish to see the splendor of Grumbar.
Yeah, please.
Oh no.
Alright.
You see him like hobble over to the back of the building, and he starts tapping on the back wall that's covered in all the scratch marks. And the stone that seemed perfectly formed slides away, forming with a door hidden in the back, dropping down. And you see a long, dark staircase.
I have not been back up there in many years. But it should still be the same. Go, see the glory of Grumbar. See if he judges you worthy. Perhaps you too can be saved.
I'd like to keep my legs and all that, but hey, going back isn't going to get us anywhere. It'll just find us with the guards. So, what do you say? Shall we go walk up the scary, spooky staircase?
Why not? I've had a good life.
That's not quite the attitude I wanted, but sure. Zidan, Evian,
Right.
Thamor.
I am coming, but I do have one question.
Just one?
Maybe several, but my main one is before the Earth King took over, who was the one who broke the pact?
The king of Dunmorg prior.
Before Icebeard. Icebeard's father?
He just kind of gives you a confused look.
Who's the king you remember?
King Grimlock.
Grimlock.
Can we roll history on that?
Sure. You've heard the name before.
I have.
Yeah.
Hey, I paid attention in school.
Now, guidance fine, why not?
To the cute girl's butt in front of you, maybe.
Andros leans forward.
Wait, Marani, are you actually casting guidance?
Oh, no, actually, I'm not. I'll just take my 11.
Andros just leans
I
forward.
keep forgetting it's a spell.
A Molden Grimlock? Or a different one?
That wasn't his name. Was it? Hold up. Double check notes.
Morden was the druid in the book. Mordon Grimlock.
Oh,
Wait,
yes. Okay, I read his name 3 different times. I don't know how it was. Guess this is the way it was pronounced. Okay. But yes. He just nods, and Evian, you do recognize the name as well from the dwarf you met forever ago in a book.
We've met your king.
No king of mine.
Fair, we get it, yes. But we've met him.
Possible.
He was trapped in a book.
Now I know you're lying.
That's a tall tale. How about this? If we come back alive out of there, you'll let me tell it.
Do what you will.
My, aren't you grumpy? Have a smile once in a while. And he kind of pats him on the shoulder and starts heading up the stairs.
He like kind of bats at you with his like staff a bit, just like as you put your just.
Ah.
All right, crew, tally-ho into the scary hole.
As I start following Andros out, I quickly mind link with Evian, and I tell her, hey, check out that bowl in the corner on your way out.
She just nods, like, quietly, and, like, as she walks around Zidane. And then, I guess, taking, I don't know, a quick sleight of hand to see what's in the bowl?
I mean, are you trying to be stealthy about looking in there, or are you just trying to get what you...
A stealthy look as she's, like, walking around the Zidane and, like,
go ahead and roll me a stealth and a perception to see what you kind of get on both ends of that spectrum.
Okay, oh no.
Oh, damn it. I trusted you! I trusted you!
Our rolls are low tonight.
She's basically going around the Sedan and like quickly glance that direction and then making her way back.
As you try and like move around Zidane to go look at it, instead Zidane moves in front of you, kind of not anticipating where you were going, and kind of cuts you off, and you trip and stumble around him, crashing towards the basin.
Oh, good.
And you hear Redrek, "What are you doing? Get away from that!" And he
Sorry.
hobbles on quickly over and starts like batting your hand away with the staff.
I just simply tripped. I didn't mean to do anything.
You are not worthy to look upon him. Get away.
Okay.
Him?
Another time. Come on.
Is this a basin of
Just
visions
making
again?
my way around, that's all.
Go for the eyes, Gruntar. Go for the eyes.
What is Thamor doing?
Yeah, what is Thamor doing?
Petting the dog.
Moving along too.
So yeah, to answer that earlier question, Thamor, the place looks ancient. Like I said, he's written on the walls a few times. But the place looks really ancient, although familiar with the banners. The banner and the crest you're familiar with of, let's say. We still need to figure out the crest. I have an idea, but I don't think you actually gave me a crest designed for it.
No way, you have not. As I'm walking past this basin, does it look like the one that was inside the that one guy's temple, the one we all saw visions through?
That's a good question.
Roll me a history check.
Ooh.
Everyone or just Thamor?
I
Because
mean,
we were all
Thaymor's the
there,
one
right?
who is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you. Oh god.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna give you the advantage because you're the one who actually thought it out. Everyone else, go ahead and roll me history, but the rest of you are not gonna get the advantage.
Yeah.
Thamor, since you actively brought that up.
Andros is halfway up the stairs and is actually pulling out a torch to light.
Roll it anyway. I mean, you saw it earlier.
It's good. He's wandered off.
All right. I get rolled for shit tonight.
All right, yeah, Thamor. It is almost identical in design and aesthetic to the one that you had seen in the Tomb of Fedloren.
Ooh.
Neat.
This is the same basin that we saw in the tomb of, what was it called again?
Fedloren, the Fool King.
Of the Fool King. The vision
My
one.
grandpa.
Your what?
Pappy.
We don't know that yet, do we?
No,
Like,
she
in
hasn't
character?
shared anything.
No. I didn't think so. All right.
But yeah, Andros himself, he's walking up, he's lighting a torch and kind of raising it to give us some light going up the stairs. But right as he kind of starts doing that, he sends a quick telepathic link to Barnacle, who's still hanging out in the water, being water himself.
Yep.
And gives him a quick note. Follow up behind us slowly. See what our new friend does after we've left.
Okay.
Right, boss.
And then Marani, are you bringing Freya along?
Yeah, Frey's coming with me.
Okay. What form is he taking? Since I imagine he's not going to be a fish.
No, he turned into a spider at the end of the session.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
And in the distance, you hear a tiefling scream.
What?
A tiefling scream.
Because of the spider?
Victoria.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant. I thought you were actually doing something. I was like, I'm not familiar with a tiefling scream. You're not a tiefling. What?
No.
That's right. All right.
She stabbed Andros in the back.
Thamor was a spider once. No.
I just imagine this little spider on Thamor's shoulder, and this channel is actually just armed up, so it's just the armored spider.
No, anything more. Like a spider crawls on your shoulder, and you just look over, and your shadow armor manifests and impales it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
No, not perfect.
No, Ray.
Yeah, Thamor's looking at this basin.
You can't look into it. Currently, the dwarf is standing right in front of it. Like after Evian's little trip in front of it, he is standing in front and guarding it at the moment. Granted, you also stand like twice his height, so I suppose you could just look over him.
I'm really tempted to roll a stealth check, see if I can teleport behind him and I'm noticing.
Nothing personal,
Okay.
Stony.
Oh god, I'm really tempted to do that.
While you were down here making your scratches on the wall, I was studying the blade.
He was actually fishing. Excuse me? Thamor was fishing?
Gonna make the roll.
Are
Oh,
you
God.
actually gonna shadow step behind him?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout some behind him and see if I can like stealth behind him, that type of thing. I
Oh,
imagine
God.
he's looking at Evian right now. The one who
Yeah, he's kind of
actually
like
looked
glancing
into it.
around, looking at everyone. He's a little bit perturbed that you did that, but yeah, go ahead and make me this stealth check.
Oh God. Oh.
I honestly expected a nat 1 or nat 20. I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, so utilizing your shadow power, you step backward, kind of falling into your own like disappearing into the shadow, and step out, reappearing from him, like right behind him silently. He doesn't notice yet.
I'm gonna look into the basin.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Oh,
no.
wonderful.
I love it.
Sabor's about to go to another place.
Whisper,
Again.
whisper, whispers.
Wisdom say, oh yeah, you go to core for that one.
Yep.
A 2.
Oh no.
Namor, as you look into this bowl, at first you see like this dark black water. Granted, you can't see much of anything because you're also human. But at first you assume it's just a, nothing's in there. And then there's a glow. And you see within the depths of the water, as ripples start slowly forming around, 2 red eyes look back at you. Almost like flawless, beautiful rubies looking at you.
I'm gonna turn the stone, aren't I?
Well, kind of.
Oh.
And as you look, you feel yourself drawn in. And in that moment seems to last. Feels almost like an eternity.
Oh
you
no.
feel sluggish. The world seems to almost slow down around you. But yes, you start feeling a sluggishness about you, almost as though you're stiffer. And as you inspect yourself a bit, patches of stone appear on your body.
Oh
just
no.
imagine if I turn the stone completely, my charm disappears. It's just a new Thamor standing there.
But yes, you are under a stage 1 of petrification.
Oh God.
So you are covered in.
Oh, that doesn't. +4 wouldn't really help, anyways. Never mind.
But you are, along multiple parts of your body, there are parts of you that are starting to turn to stone. With that, you will suffer a disadvantage on any dexterity-based saving throws.
Oh, so it's like I'm wearing plate armor.
Huh?
So it's like if I'm wearing plate armor.
Yeah, pretty much, because you are sluggish and slow to react at this point. You do not know if this will progress or what will happen with it at all, but to add to your disfigured face, you are now turning into a statue. You will be a god in effigy alone
rock
at
hard
this
this
point.
time. As Thamor walks, you hear a slight clanking noise, but this time it's not metal.
And as you're looking and doing this, Ragnarok immediately kind of goes wide-eyed and turns. What are you doing? And he grabs you by the back of your shirt, just hauls you back.
Impressive.
Yeah. And you kind of...
Wait, what shirt?
Oh, that's right, you're fucking...
The Speedo?
If you're at least wearing some form of pants or breeches, he's going to grab you by those and yank you back.
Reaches up and grabs you by the base of your helmet.
Yeah, and he's got this wide-eyed look as he's looking at you, like, part furious, part curious. And he kind of looks over you, and then he gets this wide, almost maniacal-looking smile.
Told you weren't ready to meet him.
Not the first time I've seen him, as he lies out of his ass.
You hear calling down from the stairway. Right, come on, you labs, let's go.
The dad would have been behind Barnacle, so
yeah. He's looking back and he's not seeing a Thamor.
Be glad to speak with him once more as Thamar walks on.
What was
That's a
that?
persuasion check or a bluff check if I ever heard one.
What were you trying to
Thamar
do?
is lying out of his ass. He's really trying to make this dwarf think he's a god.
What did you say?
It'd be good to talk to him once again.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll me a bluffer performance of some kind.
Oh my god.
A 4 and a 9.
I love Thamor.
Oh my god.
Here's
He's looking at him
Thamor
maniacal
scraping
look,
around
and
the
he
place.
just starts like laughing.
Foolish, foolish human.
Thamor's gonna smack her upside the head and keep walking.
You're gonna smack him upside the head?
I mean, he's gonna try to, but he's not used to dwarf swings so short and just go right over his head.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
Dwarf's short, Thamor tall. He's gonna go right over his head.
So are you actually going to hit him in the head, or are you swinging over
No.
him then?
Over
Okay.
him.
He's got some
He-
stone in his lower back and he doesn't bend properly.
He kind of like ducks a little bit reflexively, but as you miss, he just gives you a kind of a glower.
Love that word, glower.
It's amazing. And Thamor starts
To
walking
be
up the
stone.
steps.
At least we'll be more useful than you.
Talk all you want, servant of the sea.
I didn't know I need permission, but thanks. He's gonna keep
You
walking
know,
down.
chastising him is not going to be fruitful for any of us. Evian whispers to Andros.
Well, he was kind of a dick. So,
Sometimes you just gotta handle the dicks.
and I suppose you know all about that, don't you?
I know you do.
Wow.
You just see Andros just kind of shrug. He's like, keeps
You
walking.
thought
He just
this was
keeps
going to be an
walking.
insult?
Yeah, he just matches her grin right back, and then keeps going.
So you guys are going into the stairway?
Yep.
You hear that wall close shut behind you.
Well,
Everybody
right,
roll
guys.
dexterity saving throws.
We've got one way to go, and that's this way. And Andros is gonna put a hand on Evian's shoulder, and he's gonna be like, "Just keep walking. I'm going to check on our old friend there." And he's gonna try to drop into Barnacle's vision.
Okay.
Yep. She basically just continues walking with guiding him.
From Barnacle's perspective, I guess, as a puddle more or less just on the floor.
Yep.
You see Redrak is, after he kind of closes the wall behind you, he just starts like laughing. You just hear him chuckling to himself.
Another pair of offerings. He will be most pleased.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
He just kind of cackles as he goes over to the basin that Thamor looked into, and you see him stroking the edges of it as he looks in. And you hear him just kind of muttering language you do not understand.
Yep.
Oh, that's a little evil. Come on. A little.
Don't speak.
Does he ever leave the room? Or does he just stay
Not
there?
not in any short time.
All right.
Like, I mean, it depends on how long you plan to watch him, but he will be in there for
Yeah,
quite
he'll
a
give him
while.
another. Watches him for like 30 seconds, and then Andros snaps back to himself and pulls out the flask and pops it open and recalls Barnacle. If that works, can I pull him back through a wall?
Not really.
Ah.
However, Yeah, either it's gonna have to find another way to you that doesn't break the distance, or you're gonna have to resummon him. Because he can't exactly get through the wall. It has been stone shaped basically into a perfectly flushed wall, like reformed wall.
Yeah, so just mental link. Something's wrong. See if you can find another way. There's got to be some way through the rocks.
You get a bit of verbal acknowledgement and maybe a bit of hesitation, but
Come on,
he will try.
you're water. You can slide through anything, right?
Eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But it might take about.
Yeah, Barnacle's response probably more of the, what if something tries to drink me? Can't do your voice.
What if
I don't know.
something tries to trick me?
Oh no, no, no.
Don't let it. Anyway, just let me know if you get in any trouble.
Aye.
Wish you're going to get some. Then he kind of snaps back. Right. That guy was definitely fucking evil, and we're about to be sacrificed to some sort of earth god.
Always times.
No.
Hey, you all signed up for adventure, right? Let's go. And he's got a little pep in his step. He starts kind of hopping up the stairs.
As flippant as that assessment is, I'm sad to say I have to agree with that. He wasn't. Stan's looking for the right words. He wasn't. He's neither extremely good nor extremely evil, just this strange. The only word I can think of is balanced, but that clearly was not balanced, unless I'm going mad.
I think he was going mad.
Well,
There's only one way to go, regardless. So let's go. Let's go Silver Curse, yeah.
Up we go. Like,
So as you guys proceed up the long stairs, you guys will actually, unless you want to push on through the night, it will actually take you the better part of a day to traverse these stairs.
Oh my
It
god.
is a long, winding tunnel, and it is.
Sounds fun.
Hmm?
Said it sounds fun.
It's totally fun, but I mean, it is basically cutting through what would normally be the main tunnel to Dunmorak. But even through darker, it seems to be very low to the ground for a while and slowly winding up. But and you could go ahead and roll me perceptions as well as you're going. We'll hop on over to the other two.
Is it safe to guidance yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
If you think it's safe to guidance, I mean, sure.
we're doing perception.
Never mind. I don't need it. I'm good.
Hey, another 18.
Haha! Buddy.
So
Dan, buddy.
everyone but Sedan.
Zidane's still
unfortunately.
recovering from nearly dying.
As you're walking amidst this tunnel, kind of traversing the stairs and walking, you can't quite prove it as you're walking, but you swear you could feel the tunnels and stairs around you move.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? Now that we're safely away from Crazy Man, I'm I'm actually going to do that detect magic.
Okay, as you're walking, or like what's the?
It's yeah, I'm not going to ritual cast or anything. I'm just going to cast it as we're I'm just going to cast it as we're walking. I'm assuming that we're going to be able to take some kind of rest soon, so I'm good.
How does that work?
Oh, jeez. That does not bode well.
You don't detect any magic.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's creepy.
What?
Okay.
That's how that works. I would love to explain it, and maybe I will get to later. But that's how detect magic
Oh,
works.
good. I'm so glad.
You know what? I am. As I'm walking the stairs, Thamor is gonna be like, "Do not look into the basin. The presence of his god is so strong in this area that the only thing you see is itself."
Well, you looked in it, right? And what did you see?
Couple glowing gems, red glowing gems with a pair of eyes.
Oh, scary.
That, and also I feel much more sluggish.
You're a little flaky. Kind of flicks at some of the rock on his wrist.
You need to moisturize.
That was from looking at the basin, yeah? That wasn't from our friends that we met beforehand?
Pretty sure it's from the basin.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Let's see what we can find before you really turn to stone, eh?
That would be wise.
Uh, So hearing that conversation, what do you mean? What, Thamor? Why is your hand? Why are you covered in little? That's not good. Um, I would like to try and pump 5 points of my own hands to see if this is a disease.
It is not.
Well, after attempting to do that, oh, that's not good.
I don't know what this is. The dwarf was literally speaking about it.
It's
The only
his,
thing he has done.
it's his god's blessing.
Yes, and well, this just confirms that this is the same exact thing as what was affecting the dwarves at the port. Which I know easy enough to infer that, but well, Zidane just mutters and then starts leading the group.
So gloomy. We get to go fight a god or something.
Yeah, friendly spar.
Spirit.
Those damn magic beans are the best thing to have happened so far.
If only we had more, they would be stacking on every step.
Investment.
Oh, maybe that's how we should build characters from now on. Is like you build your character, build them intently, and then we're just gonna have you roll on the random magic table and get like 3 attributes from the fucking random magic table to completely fuck your character over.
Oh my god, someone make this a thing.
What do you mean, fuck it over? It makes it even better.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. Make the character better than you ever designed it.
There are beans left, Thamor.
Oh my god, are there actually beans left?
Yes,
No.
I have both.
Oh,
I have both
yes.
of them.
You're about to get mugged.
You don't know where I am.
Oh my god, I know where everyone is.
You think?
Yes, I think, exactly.
I mean, surprised you haven't, well, I mean, I won't say anything. I'm surprised that you haven't forced someone to use their void connections to score you more beans through the void network.
Oh.
The void tainted chaos magic
no.
beans could be quite fun.
Absinthe owes me for moving my nose to my eye to my nose.
That was your own doing.
I now Namor now blames on him in his godly presence.
How does that have anything to do with absinthe? I don't get it.
Because I'm a god, I can't make wrongs.
Yeah, he thinks he could do no wrong with the beans, so.
Alright. But let's quickly
Side
hop over
effect
back
of the
to
beans, they are very
Absinthe
addictive.
and Alton, and see if we can't somehow get some semblance of getting you back with the party. Because I don't want you guys to miss out and be on a completely different page over here.
Is the only way to do that to go through the water, or can we just go into the city?
No, I was gonna say you're gonna go in the. I mean, going to the city would be basically where they're gonna end up.
That's what I thought.
So if you want to hand wave it with the route you're going, it's I mean, I hate to try and force. I don't normally like to railroad or trying to force things, but I don't want you to be stuck trying to pair two groups back up. But
magical set of rails appears in front of Absinthoss.
I mean, you guys were on course to meet up. It was more of a matter of, yes, the plan.
I was kind of hoping to, get a little bit of idea of what the guard, the gate for the main city was like. And
oh no, I meant that we could play that out. I meant that would be the plan to get you guys to meet up, unless you decide to take a completely third option. But taking the tunnels to the city would be basically where you'd meet up with these guys, because the route they're taking is going to lead them to the city proper.
Yeah, where we get into the city.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead. Well, yeah, we can play that out. I was just saying that it's like one of those things where, coincidentally, you're both gonna end up in the same place through those two different ways, but
I mean, we could always not, but Absinthoss and I aren't the ones that have any spells to locate things or people. That's the other. I don't know who has that stuff in our party. Does anybody have a locate spell or anything?
Has a locate object.
I have locate object, yes.
So you could pick something on one of us that you're familiar with and then locate that. But I think the range is pretty short on locate, right? It's like
it is. Hold on a second, and I'll tell you. It is within 1,000 feet. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Can I cast locate object on Absinthoss's pants?
Why my pants?
You're very familiar with his pants somehow.
Whoa. Wait a minute. We're going to talk about this later.
That was actually a Critical Role reference, but
and we thank you. Yeah, so Absinthoss and I are going to wake up and go to the thing. I was going to ask Ivy if he had any, if he's had anyone come looking for us to see if he gives us up.
I mean, you can ask him, and he's just going to hand wave it and say no.
Okay. So then, off to the gate.
Okay. And you guys are taking on the disguised forms of the two brothers?
Yes.
I have to take the form of the new guy that I studied. Because I can't. I don't think. Can I save up more than one physical appearance?
So.
To use?
The way that ring works is you basically preload it, and that's the disguise you get to use for the day.
Yeah.
It's not like once you've lost it, you can't reuse it, but you can only have one save in there. So if you studied it and you loaded that appearance in.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning while I'm trying to talk. I studied the guy that was searching for me.
Okay, so then if that's the appearance you've loaded into your ring, essentially, then that would be what
Well, I was hoping to use his physical body, but still the clerical outfits.
I believe that should work. Disguise self allows you to alter into.
Yeah.
I think it's not a what's it called? It's not a strict copy kind of thing. It's you choose something that you've seen or recognized by me.
So I'm slightly different face now, but we're still both clerics.
Okay. So as you approach the guard, the place where they were trying to drag you to before, you swear you could hear off in the distance a familiar dwarf still searching the streets for a particular half elf. Can't be sure though. But as you approach the guardhouse, you see this large, a large Okay. Sorry, William. The cavern leads what you would assume to be a tunnel behind this large stone wall built from the ground up and carved intricately into the wall, uh, with a large like building coming out of the face of this circular wall. I wish I could draw. I really wish I could draw. But I'm just gonna draw on this map real quick, kind of like not draw. There we go.
Are you drawing on the?
Yeah, I'm just drawing
okay.
here. But it would be like a large, not full circle, but it would be kind of almost like a semicircle. Like a circular slab that's been built to block off a tunnel. And there are buildings kind of built into this slab.
Okay.
With an entrance and exit being through those buildings, leading to the other side. And as you approach, there are several guards kind of milling about guarding this entrance. And as you approach it, they're not like rushing out to meet you kind of thing, but as you get closer, they just kind of customarily, Halt, what business you two?
Is there my associate here has taken a vow of silence, but he mumbles. Sorry. Is out of character. Is there like a festival or day of observance or something like that Ed Barrow would have we would have talked about that I could use to say, oh, we're traveling back through the gate to help with this service or we've been recalled to the prime.
So the
cleric.
We'll say the renewal of stone. I mean, you gotta have everything with stone here, right?
Nice.
The renewal of stone is, it's not like well known. No one really, the cleric and the faith is very small, but it is well known amongst the clerics, and is the reason that these two brothers would normally make the trek to go back to the main city to pay homage from Morden to the main chapel.
And we say all that. Sorry.
Okay.
But I'm trying to be convincing, so
Go ahead and roll me that. Just go ahead and roll me a deception or persuasion with advantage.
Deception or persuasion.
However you're kind of framing it, because it kind of fits both in the sense that you are kind of lying to them, but you're also just.
Oh my god, persuasion for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. He kind of when you bring this up, he goes, "Oh, really? That time again? Time flies. All right, head on in. You know the marks. Just be quick about it. Tunnels are unusually active this year."
Oh. Anything we should watch out for in particular?
Not but the usual. Just watch your footing.
Thank you, brother.
Aye, move along. And he just kind of waves you in, and you see, again, these. He opens the doors leading through the structure, and he leads you through a tunnel that tunnel into a tunnel. The tunnel that goes through the building, through that stone wall, and you notice several other doors in that central theater of the mind. How am I gonna describe?
Guardhouse or portcullis or something?
Not a portcullis. The guardhouse has basically a door at the front, door at the back that you just go straight through and leads you to the tunnel system itself. Going through the guardhouse, that kind of mini tunnel in the building, there are several other doors you notice going along, but they are all shut. which you would imagine leads to the other rooms in the guardhouse.
Okay.
Where you would have been taken had you, been arrested.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm looking at Absinthe and went, we're not gonna go exploring here. Let's keep going, huh?
Nods.
Okay, and as you exit through the rear set of doors, another guard that's waiting back there as you press through, just kind of gives you a curt nod and closes the doors behind you, putting you back into the darkness of the tunnels.
Blessings of Morden, bye-bye!
I was gonna say, good thing I got Devil's Sight. I still kept that.
Yeah, it is pitch black in these tunnels. There are no lights.
Excellent. I can still see with Devil's Sight.
I have dancing lights.
What? We have a character with a light spell?
I got light too.
Do you?
Yeah, I picked it up with sorcery. Yeah.
Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Well, we both have light spells. I think we deprived the other party of all their light.
We all also have torches.
Yeah, that's true.
They hate us because they hate us.
Torches are against my religion.
They also don't work underwater.
They don't. That's
It's besides the point.
So, are you using dancing lights then to navigate?
Sure.
Okay, so you cast your dancing lights, illuminating this large cavern. The pathway beneath you is very smooth, like almost to a polished perfection of smoothness in this tunnel, while the rest of it around you is very rough and almost seems rough hewn and unworked. Kind of an odd contrast as you slowly start walking amongst the tunnels, and you start noticing several branching paths in this winding, twisting cavern.
Oh.
Do you remember the symbol?
I pull out the notes that Ibarra gave me.
Yep. She had drawn you a symbol a while ago, and I guess if you had asked, she would have refreshed your memory, but you're looking for a symbol of a hammer above the mountain.
And so I am.
All right, roll me investigation.
Oh, okay. Should we both do this or assist? Or...
If you tell him what to look for, then yes, he can assist you in looking for it.
We're looking for this.
Well, I mean, because I don't believe you ever told him about the symbol. I'm not going to tell anyone about it.
Who scrawls a dick butt?
He scrolls a dick butt and says, "Go look for this." And Astros just goes off on a wild coast.
What fine art?
Oh my god! Wait, not that picture. Oh, what? You weren't supposed to see that. This one.
What is that? Cubism?
Mandalorian cubism.
Mandalorian cubism. Yeah. Yes, I would certainly tell him.
And I will.
This is what we're looking for. So, do you want to roll as well?
Should I roll?
Seems cool. Investigation.
If you plan to look with him, then go for it. As long as he.
Yeah. Because my investigation's not so good.
Well, neither is mine.
Oh my god! Oof size. Ooh, large. Wow.
We're not.
Also, you have a hard time kind of looking amongst the tunnel walls. You don't see any etchings when you get to the sides. And Absinthe, you see a carving you think looks like it.
Oh no!
Pointing out these scrawled markings on one of the cavern walls, and you're dead certain it looks like it.
This is fine.
Are you telling me about it or what?
Alton.
Yeah, did you find something?
No. I
No?
don't know what the hell we're doing here.
What? Okay, we're looking for the symbol. I just told you. Can you help me look for this symbol?
I literally cannot find this symbol.
Okay. Well, you just stay behind me then, and we'll just keep going this way. And I'm like heading down some random tunnel.
I think we're lost.
Well, we're not lost until we give up. Keep going. Come on, let's keep going. We'll find our way through. Don't worry.
You sound like Rounders.
Hey, you're probably pretty smart. Yep.
To proceed down a random tunnel, Alton, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not good.
It is not. As you walk down this tunnel, you hear a low rumble. And as you look up, because you hear this rumbling and you feel the ground almost shake, you look up thinking perhaps rocks, perhaps something like a cave in, and a portion of the wall shoots out almost like a spear and slams hard into the side of your arm, slamming you against the wall.
Ow!
For
Oh noes.
45 damage.
No!
4
Fuck you.
points of bludgeoning damage. Much.
What's your max AP?
Ah! My arm! Okay, 4 points.
Yep. And as the rumbling kind of ceases, you swear the tunnel ahead of you now looks different.
I think we're going the wrong way. Turn around. Turn around.
So not only are we lost, this also could be our grave. Excellent.
Let's go back this way. He turns around. So I imagine there's some sort of branching system, like you said, and so Alton will try and go back to the last branch and either take the other one or just keep looking for the symbol.
As you roll me a perception check as you're walking back.
Do we both get to roll perception?
Go ahead.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, absolutely. You're not rolling?
Oh,
Okay.
no, I am... Okay. 17's pretty good.
Alton, you do notice. Actually, you know... Oh, it does. Yeah, right. Okay, you do both notice. Okay. As you're walking back the path you just came, there's a slight gradient in the walls as you're walking. It doesn't feel like the way you came is the same. In fact, it feels like walking back is just walking you in a circle. And after a short time, you walk back and notice a faint puddle of blood where you just got bludgeoned not too long ago.
Mother pus bucket.
Are you familiar with the famous artist Escher?
You're talking nonsense. We need to sacrifice you to the stone gods to get out of here. Hold your arm out. Come on, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Okay.
We just
Where do you
walked
go?
forward far enough.
Seems like we need to. As much as I hate to say this, we need to constantly press in the same direction because it seems like if we double back, the stone keeps us here. Does that make sense?
And if
The
it
bird
doesn't
agrees. The bird agrees with me.
It's not a bird. It's my dog's freaking squeaky toy. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
The dog squeaky
it's
toy
Frey.
agrees with me.
It's Frey.
The spider is squeaking at me.
No, Frey found a mouse.
Spooky Rat makes its second appearance.
All right,
Very short-lived, as Frey as a spider.
let's keep going.
But anyway,
here.
so you proceed forward, and you hear again the walls seem to almost grind and shift around you, and you once again
Oh, this is
appear
bad.
at a winding cavern with multiple branchways around you.
Okay. Look for the symbol. Look better this time, applesauce. Open your damn eyes.
All right, go ahead and roll me another investigation then.
God damn it. God damn it. I mean, it's better, but fuck me, dude. We're gonna get killed down here.
Somebody needs
Alton, as you look
invincibility.
amongst, looking about at Absinthoth, you don't find anything. Alton, you find the symbol. You in fact find 2 of them on 2 different tunnels.
I would like to investigate if there are any differences between the 2.
Okay, roll me a. I guess it's still investigation, wouldn't it be?
I'm pretty sure.
Roll me another investigation.
Mother fucking.
They look identical.
God damn it! Absinthoth, what's the difference between this one and that one?
Spot the difference.
Well, if you would permit me, I suppose we can ask a higher power to find the truth.
Fine.
Oh God, no!
This can only end well.
So I like to use Call Upon the Void.
Oh
and-
no!
And as the forward command, it'll be find the path.
In the path.
I'm barely okay with this. What does this look like when you do this?
Let's see.
So the actual looking of actual distinct prayer in a way. He'll just sit on the, he's normally standing. He's just gonna sit on the floor in a, I'm gonna just call it like a regal pose, but with his bottom of his feet touching each other, kind of like a Indian cross sort of thing. And he's just going to put his hands together as he's praying, and he's just going to meditate. Find the way. Find the path. Find the path. Find the path.
This dude.
I make the lights dance around his head.
He's got his eyes shut. He's going to make sure he's not distracted when he's calling upon the void.
It looks pretty.
It's aesthetically pleasing to you.
One of them goes up your nose.
He remains stoic through it.
Concentration check.
It comes out. It comes out your ear.
Oh yeah, that's still has the heal. Yeah.
Give me a sec as I try to figure out exactly what it'll do.
Okay, you only have
Uh-oh.
2 massive spell lists to look through.
Right?
I mean,
gonna
it
go
could
for
be
the-
It could be foresight. It could be guiding bolt.
Congratulations, roll initiative against the mountain because it's nice.
It could be earthquake. Hey, look, I found you a path.
Time to take those plank beans. No.
You're inside a magic gazebo this entire time.
Illusory script. It's just the path written on the floor.
Oh no!
No, I'm kidding.
Oh no!
It's just prestidigitation, just right on the wall. You found it.
You found
You
it.
are here.
You are
Oh,
here.
yeah, it's what's the spell where you get to place a mouth on anything?
Oh,
Magic
magic mouth. Yeah.
Magic mouth, yeah.
Yeah, that's
On the
actually what I was
wall.
looking at. So,
Nice.
yeah, you know what? That's what we're gonna do, because that's actually something I was looking at and I have an idea for it. So yeah, Absinthoth, as you call upon the void, you hear again those symbols start to kind of form, dancing around you, almost moving through the stone, conveying again that sense of emotion or feeling more so than a language or verbal spoken. And as you kind of reach the peak of the spell, calling out, it goes silent. And a magic mouth appears on your forehead and just blurts out, "Take a right. Go 500 feet and turn left."
It's all mere Garmin.
However, it is
that's
so
good. That's
loud and
helpful.
speaking to you, Appendos, you can hear nothing else except the voice that is speaking from your forehead.
Do I hear this?
Oh, you hear it. It is very loud.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Absinthosh, are you doing? How are you doing this? There's a mouth in your head.
You also
I'll
take. Oh, yeah, you already did
Like
that.
another one.
Damage. Yep.
Yeah. I'll just telepathy link and say, it's magic.
Even in the telepathic link, you hear the voice speak over you, because it is literally speaking from your mind.
Yes, prestidigitation, let me do letters.
I mean, it's saying go right. So basically, Alton's
Yes.
gonna walk up to him and just get him up on his feet and be like, "Okay," he'll like point you in the direction that we're supposed to be going, and wait for the mouth to say that way, or just keep going straight.
Yep, Absinthosh will remain silent through the whole adventure while his magic mouth navigates us.
I'm picturing like we're like walking and it's really delayed, and so there's like branches we have to take, and it goes, "Turn right now," and we're like past the thing. God damn it, you're late.
Take a U-turn.
Intersection. Make a U-turn.
Yeah.
Path ahead is
Recalculating.
affected. Traffic.
You were on the fastest route.
That's actually really good.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah.
Recalculating.
Garmin toss.
You're no longer applesauce. You are Garmin Toss.
Garmin toss.
That's a step in the right direction.
Major delays along your route.
Inclement weather.
Please go along the plot.
Make a U-turn. Turn off the paved road.
You should arrive at your plot in approximately 5 minutes.
Oh,
So yes, the magic mouth, not Garmin TM.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is good shit.
It guides you through the tunnels, albeit very slowly and jaggedly. It does guide you should you follow its directions.
So the tunnels are like magically doing bad things if you don't go the right way. Like as it's saying which way we're going, does it seem like those pictures are fairly regular so that you would be able to figure it out if you just had the picture? Oh, okay. So we just suck it and biscuit. Got it.
Yes, and
We're not
the
very
low, the low rolls
Okay.
are kind of hard to discern in terms of like you see that there's symbols, and if you look around, you see similar symbols etched in other walls.
Yeah.
But with more investigation, kind of looking at it, knowing which one's the right one, you do spot that there's slight differences in the way they're carved.
Okay. Well, I was close. Come on, let's keep going. Come on, Garmenthos. Let's go.
We'll
Keep
on
right,
the-
then take the first left.
good lord.
In 500 feet. Turn now. Turn now. Ah!
This beats my patron asking you pooping or just being mad at me in general.
No, it
Birds
doesn't.
on your route.
No, it doesn't. You pooping?
This
Rest
is a
stop ahead.
drastic improvement.
But yeah, as the Garmin toss leads you forward through the tunnels, you finally start noticing as you get through, the air feels heavier, staler almost, as you get closer and closer to your closer to your destination. Until finally you do reach the end of the tunnels leading to Dunmoric proper.
You have arrived at your destination.
New map. Oh,
Let's
And you are
see.
standing at the edge of this tunnel, kind of at the top of a hill sloping down. You overlook just a large plot, like open cavern of what you can make out to be different homes and buildings and stuff made out of stone.
We're over
However,
here, like over here.
yeah, you guys are in the like southern. You guys came in through the southern end where this pathway
Okay.
is. This road, overlooking, and you notice that on the right of the road, kind of those scattered buildings, you do see some lights amongst some of the buildings. But amidst everything in that central area, it's dark.
So it's I mean, we left in the morning. Is this completely underground or?
It's completely underground.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is in the heart of the mountain.
Yep. Good job, Garminthos. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, and so you see that that large expanse of buildings is all dark and silent. And to the left, kind of that area that I've marked, or you see as listed as Fireforge and everything, you see the walls of what would be a great keep, but the walls seem odd. In that, even at a distance, you notice that they seem irregular, higher than normal, almost as if portions were added on top of existing walls. And there seems to be a coursing magic through them that pulse with a yellowish red hue.
How inviting. I wonder how our compatriots are doing.
Hey, yeah. Like, also, good job with that mouth on your forehead. That was. Is it gone now?
You have arrived, and you see the mouth close and fade.
You have arrived at your destination. That was wild, man. How did you do that?
The same way I got this boat over here.
Oh, why did I ask?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it wants to lead us all to our doom, but at least we're
wonderful.
Right?
At least you know. At least you're admitting it. This is progress. I think we should probably press on to see if we can find somewhere where we fit in, and he kind of, snaps his suspenders, so to speak, and try to find a cleric quarters.
Absinthoth nods and follows Alton.
For the rest of you, traversing through the tunnels and the stairs after a long journey, so we're kind of like skipping through a little bit, but after a long journey of traversing this stairway, you come out in a small building, kind of in this almost central edge. You can't really see that, can you?
Oh, roll 20. Why are you so weird?
It?
Why can't you be normal?
There we go. You guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah. So you come out of a small stone building, kind of opening a very creaky, decrepit wooden door leading out into the darkened city around you. To which you hear the clamor of, well, two dwarves, I guess.
As we're going up the stairs, I'm gonna. You guys are still dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that you were dwarves, do we?
No.
We just know there's two dwarves who work for the government up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick, in the shadows, get back in.
Do we notice them?
Well,
I mean, you're
actually,
about to notice Claymore.
no, they know you turn the doors. Didn't you do that in the basement? Didn't you have Andros turn
I
into
don't
one?
think he did.
Mm,
I think he left the building first.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they might have turned. I don't remember if they turned into dwarves before or
Absinthe
after
might
they
have
left.
to test it. I don't
No,
think
I
I
think he
did.
did have a
Turned to a
Jew.
dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's right.
turned
He did the
into a
dog.
dog.
I guess he did. Okay, maybe he didn't do the dog. I mean, you
Seymour, are
hear
you gonna come
them.
running up on us?
I mean, you definitely hear them coming up the stairs to the door. And they make some noise with them. They coming up. They weren't necessarily like. I mean, you hear and see each other. And if Thamor was in the lead, I imagine you would spot each other.
We would
I'm gonna go
definitely
to
notice
Absinthe.
Seymour.
Did we kill him?
Wait. Seymour, it's us. Elton, and applesauce.
I'll telepathically link saying, "Yeah, it's us."
Stop trying to talking to his brain. He's gonna kill you.
Who's speaking to
Whose
me?
brain are you talking to?
Thamor.
Seymour
Directly to the person who told him to stop speaking in that. This is your final warning. Once more and you'll lose your neck.
It's
My
us.
verbal
Thamor, do you
speech
know
noted.
these guys?
It's Absinthe DOS.
Really?
Yes, I
Can
know
I-
his voice I can hear anywhere.
Can I momentarily drop disguise and then put it back on?
Yeah, because I was thinking of dropping the disguise too.
I do.
As do I.
Oh. So that's how you do it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, at least they were not all together.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you all. Are you okay?
We had
Well,
an interesting
Thamor's gotten himself into a bit of a pickle.
More
Oh,
so than usual.
He's got a giant hook horror claw hanging from his back.
let's go indoors. It's just you kind of conspicuous. Looks at Thamor like, what the fuck is going on with you?
Out of the line of sight.
GM, we would like to jump into a shadow.
I can help with that.
Only Thamor can do that.
well,
I can.
Not till I have a short rest.
Are there
I
any
can-
like are there
Sorry.
any like hovels or anything nearby with doors that we can just kind of push into?
So yeah, everything
Yeah.
kind of around you is kind of looks like an abandoned stone building.
Oh, perfect.
The only places that seem to have any activity are the areas further north, like down the road to the right there in Icebeard's.
Hopefully there are low-level
Refuge.
monsters we can level up on. We can just work our way into the middle of the city after gaining like 6 levels, right? Right?
Many rats to kill.
Yeah, we'll just kill rats all day.
Reyna, you're gonna say something?
No, sorry.
Oh.
Right.
Well,
Come on, get over here. Kind of.
we can find somewhere a little bit more out of the way.
Yeah,
I can-
he just grabs Zidane and just starts pulling him toward one of the nearby houses.
I was gonna that.
Come on.
Yoink.
All right. I was going to say that if you give me a few minutes, then I can potentially summon us the little sanctuary.
Great. Let's do it in here where you're not standing in the middle of a giant road.
I was getting.
He just gives him a big smile and pats him on the cheek. You're so serious. Come on, lad.
So these buildings that are around us, are they are they accessible? Like, are they unlocked or whatever?
The doors seem, if they have doors, are decrepit and old. Seem like they haven't been used in quite some time.
All abandoned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to direct Frey to just go into one of the nearby buildings and just in his spider form, just have a look around and make sure that it's empty.
I mean, he looks around, and I guess in reporting back to you, what is your definition of empty?
make sure that there are no people or creatures inside.
There are statues.
Oh, that's good.
Man, it's a bummer.
Uh, okay. Can I have him poke around a few of the other buildings in the area to try to find one that's statue-less?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can have them search for a bit. There are a few in the area that have no sign, at least from what you can see, of statues inside, but there are several around that do seem to have petrified dwarves within.
Okay, yeah, once he finds one of the statue-less ones, I just kind of point it out and say that, yeah, this one seems empty enough, and just step on through.
Okay. It's a small little house of sorts that you can all kind of fit in.
So we went to Sunday school, and then we came through the tunnels, and we got lost, and then there was a mouth in Absynthos's forehead, and that led us here.
What?
And
What'd you guys
exactly
do?
how much have...
For once, he's actually sober when saying this.
I see.
Well,
Not really happy about
contrast,
being sober.
Don't know if we can do anything about that. How's your doorway coming there, Zidane? Has it got booze in there?
We'll find out.
He
Oh,
probably doesn't
please
have
tell me
booze
there's
in there.
booze in there. I hope he has booze in there.
Sedan, as you're casting this spell, the doorway turns to dust and stone.
Oh, well, that's
He
great.
opens his eyes and looks up.
For a brief moment, you can see is it's trying to construct this plane to another, or this portal to another plane. There is another one already at work.
Hmm.
I'd like to use dancing lights just to see if I can.
Yes.
So they're successful.
Yep.
Zidane, I thought you were opening a little home away from home. Was that what you called it?
It's yes, but it's so the frame, the door frame is there, but the what would have been wood is petrified.
No, the frame is there, but instead of the frame forming, it seems to almost solidify into stone and crumble. So the door itself never forms, like the door leading to your
Okay.
place. It seems like in trying to construct the portal there, like for slight out of
Yeah, the
Yeah.
here, let me the space in between space is interrupted.
yeah, you're already in a space where space is already kind of messed up. Like the idea of opening a portable hole in a bag of holding kind of mentality. You're trying to open a portal into in a place that's already slightly unstable.
So that's
So that's a problem.
yeah.
It just seems that again, planes cannot be moved upon between one to the other.
Right, so no booze.
Well, I don't
No.
even know if there was booze to begin with. Well, there might have.
At least there's the hope for
Seems.
booze. Which is
It
almost
seems simple
impossible.
magic works though. Lights dance around.
Yeah. Well, if booze home doesn't work, then well, probably best to hunker down for the night and, well, see what things look like in the morning. It's
Did,
pretty
did
deserted
we
out
even
there.
get through like a day or whatever? I mean, what time is it right now?
It took a day to get through the stairs, isn't
Yeah,
that
but
what you said?
they slept, so
Yeah, I was trying to match up the timing because they
Oh.
technically slept. Unless you want to say you guys left at night and then you met up at night and this will be the long rest.
It's up to you, really.
I could use a long rest.
I feel like it
We
makes more
didn't,
sense to have
I'd
you
love a
guys have the
rest.
long rest now versus having done it kind of intermittently. It doesn't
Okay.
make
That
a whole
works.
lot of sense. I'm going to give you guys
long
the
rest
long
now.
rest. It's just more of a
Mhm.
narrative framing for how it all worked. Like I said, I
It don't.
don't want to
It
rail
only
everybody
takes
guys
a
into
second.
sessions, but I just want to
No,
make sure you
that's
guys are.
fine. It only takes a second to say we've done a long rest, and then we can keep going.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was hoping to kind of call it here soon on it, because this is the point where I want to develop a few things more now that I've gotten you guys together and based on what you guys have done and know for what you'll find in the main city.
Sweet.
As well as actually draw a map out. I want to actually have a map out for what part of this, so
Hey.
hopefully.
Yeah. Everyone just hunkers down for a long rest. Andros kind of tries to prop the rusty or moldy door back up, kind of close the area up so they can perhaps get a small fire or something going, and like everyone hunkers down for the night or for a rest.
And I'm going to direct Frey to just stand outside the door, keep out of sight, and just alert me if anything starts heading our way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So we'll kind of pick up from that. Like I said, not to try and call it early, but there's some stuff that I want to plan, and I know that I have idea of happening, so I don't want to end on like starting something if that makes sense. Yeah.
Is Shinari okay being a being technically from another plane?
So she's fine because also Frey is from another dimension. It's more the act of opening a portal
Okay.
to another
Can I
dimension.
try
So
summoning my minion before the rest? Can I try summoning my minion before the rest?
Your minion?
the homunculi.
Unseen service.
Oh, yeah.
Servant.
Once he just appears and falls of stone.
Oh no.
He will not summon properly.
Just a little tiny stone tall appears.
Yeah.
Poofing.
But it's more so things that are currently here are here. Like they're not necessarily you can have beings on another plane. It's just more the act because of what's happening in the area, opening up a new portal in the current area, opening up a new instance in the current area, will find problems. So like your archway to your home will have issues. Thamor, you'll find that your ability to step through shadows is severely limited here during this current time. Your armor, however, is still unimpeded, as well as your ability for like the retribution. But stepping through because you basically are stepping through the plane of shadows in your action, is limited while in this.
So retribution and teleport are limited. Got it.
Retribution is the retribution, the one where you throw back the spell works, but your ability to teleport through your plane of shadows is
fine.
limited.
As long as it's have more armor, it'd be rather awkward.
Your armor still works because it is part of your. Like I said, it's kind of a.
It was something
janky way
before
of how
coming here. It is not.
Yeah. So anything that would cause you to step into one of your planes will either have issue or not work.
And the warden intercept, is that going through planes?
I'm gonna say that wasn't necessarily going through planes. That was more of a like quick movement kind of thing.
Okay.
Like it kind of grants you the energy to leap out. You're not exactly traversing the planes for it. But Thamor's shadow step was specifically walking through the plane of shadows. So stuff like that. If you lose any of your companions here, you'll find trouble summoning them again. So be wary on that.
Thamor steps through the plane and shadows comes out as a tentacle monster.
Oh no.
I still have to figure out what we're gonna do with Barnacle.
Yeah, like I
He's
typed
not.
out, he's just kind of sitting in the corner, popping the cap on the flask, open and closed, while hoping it gives Barnacle a direction to head through the stone.
So
No, that's an idea.
Seriously. Just let it go. Let it go. Oh, and roll 20.
So I guess I can at least roll my healing die.
Do you have any other water on you, Andros?
He probably has like a, like a water, like a water skin or something like that, just from standard adventuring
Yeah, I will say
gear.
if you consume that water, you can re-summon Barnacle to it. Mostly because Barnacle isn't. He's kind of an odd thing that we created. He's not exactly like a water elemental. He's literally part of you. He's soul bound to you.
Piece of a soul, yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you got water to transfer him to, I will say you can spend like the normal ritual casting for like a familiar to bring him to you in that sense.
Yep. Yeah, he's got a water skin. I also have create and destroy water as a spell, so I don't know if that'll work, but I do have that spell.
Okay. We will see. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit funky with the way magic works here.
Sure.
Just because of the way the planes are currently a little fucked up at this place. But we'll just kind of have to play it a little bit by ear because I haven't fully figured out how every spell works in the scenario that it's in. I need to go through. But that being said, I am kind of excited to see how you guys progress with what I got in store with Dunmore, well, the rest of Dunmoric here.
Level up.
We finally rejoined the party.
Kind of split it
Level
again.
up for rejoin the party.
Not level up yet. I know I've been keeping you guys out of the level for a while, and I'm trying to do the milestone thing. We've had so much like RP lore stuff, which isn't bad, but I don't want to level you guys so much and then give you encounters that you haven't been able to gear for.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Get it.
So I'm hoping that with Dunmoric, depending on how it plays out, you'll level up either through it or by the end of it, kind of deal.
I mean, we're gonna have to go and find Zidane some makeshift armor.
Yeah.
Hey, Salty.
Yeah.
I guess now would be a good time to try to find out if I can teleport someone through a shadow realm while it's dangerous.
Come again.
What?
I've always wondered what would happen if I would like grab onto someone and teleport through a shadow realm. They would come with me if I just disappear.
They would just go bonk against the floor because you're stepping through your shadow.
Got it.
You didn't have to tell them. You could have made it happen. Jesus, come on, man.
Sorry, defaulted brain.
That's like 99% of the fun is you can certainly try, and then bonk. Oh no.
Fair
I was just
enough,
thinking, Salty warned me about teleporting through a shadow realm, and I'm like, ooh. What if I teleport someone else through a shadow realm?
And I took that personally.
And Thamor declared war on a mountain.
Don't take all these beans at once. Ow!
I was gonna say, what is Thamor thinking now that he's witnessed another pseudo god being and it has not come out well for him?
Time to slaughter another god.
Oh boy. This is gonna go really well.
I mean, to be fair,
wrong.
To be fair, I mean, I have mirrored my god and rolled 3 nat 20s every time he tried to do something to me, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is Thamor we're talking about.
I just don't have the same luck.
Right.
Watch, next time I meet my god, it's gonna be like 3 nat 1s.
You say this. You know what they say about self-fulfilling prophecies?
Yes. Why think I say him?
They will be carried out by Thamor.
Hey yo, Grum by the Earth Lord. Crit. Crit.
Right to
Nat
the stones.
Right.
I was
In
curious to see how that would play out. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the progression of the story in this area.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm just glad I get to snark at your NPCs all the time. It's great.